BASKEY. Welcome. I used to do the it's longer. Let me try that again. Hold on.
Yeah, it was weak. For week.
It's BASKEY. Welcome to the Town to Love Basketball and Hockey Podcast. I am your host, Adam Hess, and with me, as always, he fought someone in a bar, and rumors are swirling. It's because that person was chirping his mom. It's Mike Regan. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
You not keeping up on the Gavin McKenna news?
Is that what the story is behind that?
That's what the rumors are, Mike, and none of us really know.
Rumors.
But all I'll say is, when you're analyzing prospects, apparently someone was chirping Gavin McKenna's jaw, and he broke, or his mom, and he broke that guy's jaw, putting in danger his prospect as the number one overall pick in the following draft.
Oh my god.
On the other hand, for months and months and months, the entire internet said that Corey Perry was porking Connor Bedard's mom. He didn't break anyone's jaw. So who would you really have leading your team into the future? Gavin,
That's the first thing I thought
Jawbreaker McKenna? Or
Yeah.
Connor, bitch little made little bitch? Bitch made little Bedard. There you go.
You got there.
I got there. It only took me 3 tries.
Well, McKenna was protecting his mom. He was defending her.
I think there was just a drunk guy at a bar chirping her. Maybe she wasn't even there. I mean, like, I think that it might have been at the outdoor game. I don't know. I was listening to a podcast where they were going over it, and then I just double checked it online real quick by reading, like,
Stuff.
some random
things.
scoop off of a website I never heard of. We'll call it ESPN. That mentioned that the claim right now is that this person was chirping his mom. So I don't know if his mom was actually there, or if it's just a drunk guy being like, "Hey, your mom's a bitch." But
Shouldn't go chirping people's moms.
McKenna's dropping the gloves off the ice. That's a leadership quality, if you ask me, Mike.
Right there. Yeah. Yeah.
How you doing, bud? You got a white monster?
I'm a little. I ate before I got on here. Now I'm a little like, bah.
Yeah. Good thing you had that white monster. I associate white monsters with, like, day laborers.
Oh yeah.
Like, the person, if you told me, hey, I got into this car and there was 3 empty white monsters in the passenger side floor, I would assume that you got into the car with someone who's, like, putting up drywall 9 to 5. You know?
Yes.
Like, that's like a day
like...
laborer. That's like you work construction. Like, that's a guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
So, anyways, that's my white monster take. Do you have any other monster takes? What do you assume about someone if you hear they're drinking Amp? Remember Amp?
Amp? Yeah, I don't even think you can buy that anymore, can you?
I haven't seen it since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Do you think it was secretly? You think maybe that was also like it was secretly for Loco? That's how they did pull it. It was like when they started making candy cigarettes to try to get kids to like cigarettes. Like they were just trying to get kids to start wanting to drink Four Loko.
They're grooming them
I
to like Four Loko.
Conversation really has interested you. It's really piqued your interest.
I'm good. I'm very piqued.
Someone described me as the most piqued.
The most piqued. It's tough to drink sometimes with my hat.
That's an insane sentence for audio listeners. Like, I totally get what you mean because I could look at you and see what was happening. But, like, for audio listeners, it made it seem like either A, you're wearing one of, like, those Stein hats with the straws that run into your mouth and the 2 cups on the side, or that you were wearing a hat that's so large that it blocks your mouth when you attempt to drink liquids.
Nah, it's just typical struggles of the backwards hat guy.
Uh-huh.
When you're trying to drink something sitting down.
Thinking of switching to your mic mode there. Like, unless I can... What if I...
What mic mode? Oh, yeah. You gotta get up in there.
I'm sure that all sounded terrible. We'll have to get cut out of the podcast. Probably sounded like a lot of electricity noise. A lot of...
Sounded like you're in a wind tunnel, actually. It was really weird.
That's because I am, Mike. I record all my podcasts from a wind tunnel. And the only people who can prove me wrong are the people who go to Talent Alone, or I should say youtube.com/Talent Alone Podcast. And subscribe. So only subscribers know if I'm in a wind tunnel or not. But you know what we say here at Talent Alone, Mike?
What do we say?
Don't ring that bell. Subscribe.
Don't ring that bell.
Don't ring that bell. No one wants to push notifications. You know, the last thing on earth I want is when I log onto YouTube. YouTube goes, hey, you got homework. Look at this little thing here telling you all the homework you have.
It's telling you, oh, this thing you like posted more things.
Okay, John, YouTube. Who's paying you? Who's paying you to say that? You name names now.
Alphabet Inc. is funding me.
See? Just like Four Loko. They started you out on Sesame Street teaching about the alphabet because they knew one day, the price would go all the way down to get you to spout YouTube's bullshit.
Now you're a slave to Google.
I'm just seeing here now. Our account's been deleted by Alphabet Inc. Huh. Interesting. It's interesting. But, Mike, we are not a YouTube optimization and creator-to-creator channel. We are instead a hockey podcast, disguised as a basketball podcast, disguised as a hockey and basketball podcast. And this week, Mike, we're talking about the NHL. And we got some news off the top rope to go into as we now officially, as of today, are in the Olympic break. We got some news we got to touch on real quick. We got some news, Mike. Starting off with the groundbreaking news of Barry Trotz stepping down as the Nashville GM. Now, do you think it's because when he left the Islanders, he assumed they would go into absolute garbage, but Ilya Sorokin has like a 915, and Matty Shafes is going to win the Calder? And so he's like, so we can all agree that it actually was never Trotz. It was just the Islanders were great all along.
I think it's because he basically, like, he showed up in Nashville and it felt like part of his job was going to be to like rebuild that team, and then he didn't. And they had that weird season where they did really good.
He had the U2 season,
and this year they're just there. Yeah, they're like in the dumpster.
Yeah,
they're gonna be sellers for sure.
They're like 15-9 in their last 24 games, but they're still gonna be sellers at the deadline, it makes it all the funnier that Trotz is stepping down, because he's not stepping down immediately, and we don't know when he's stepping down. He simply it's like he announced what we all know eventually will happen to all of us. What's up?
He said at some point, I'm going to step down.
Yeah, once a successor GM has been found, he's stepping down, which is a lot like me saying to you, Mike, one day we'll be dead. That doesn't mean today or tomorrow, you know? But we all agree that eventually, Trotz was no longer going to be the GM of Nashville. Maybe it'll be when he was 99. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. None of us know.
Right.
I'm guessing what happened here is he went to management, and they said, hey, this isn't working. After the season, we're going to dismiss you. And he goes, listen, I'm Barry Trotz. I'm a legendary player, legendary coach. I mean a lot to the Nashville Predators. Let me just say I'm stepping down. And they went, okay.
Yeah. Go for it.
Like, do you have a replacement in mind? He goes, no, I'll figure that after. I'll put out the statement. Or my alternative, can I give you my conspiracy theory? Can you tell that I've had 2 cups of coffee in the last 2 hours?
2 cups of coffee. It's so much caffeine.
Let me give you my conspiracy theory here. I think Barry Trotz was starting to feel his seat heat up, and then stepped out and made this announcement, because now they can't fire him. They're going to look so incompetent if they fire him. They're going to look like they're going to look like they're waffling back and forth on what to do, and he's basically bought himself unlimited time by being like, once the successor GM is found, who knows when that's going to be? I think he undercut him.
May never happen. He may be working there for years.
That's what I'm saying. Did Barry Trotz undercut the Nashville Predators trying to fire him?
Oh, was it a serious question?
No, not really. But I want to take a sip of coffee, so if you had any thoughts. How much of this blame do you put solely on Marcia's show? 100%, 200%?
No, it's not all Marcia's fault.
Are you sure?
No, they gave us. They signed him to the contract. I mean, it's only $5.5 million. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but he's been that bad. That's the problem.
That's true.
He's been bad. It's also like the team's just old as shit, man, and they're going to be selling a lot at the deadline. But Roman Josi, who's off to the Olympics, their captain, 35 years old. Jonathan Marchessault, 35. Steven Stamkos, 35. By the way, 2 of those 3 guys, people that Barry Trotz signed. Eric Holla, 34. Ryan O'Reilly, another acquisition by Barry Trotz, 34. Philip Forsberg and Brady How did I get?
I think it's just pronounced Skay, right? Or Skay.
Sketchy. Now you fucked me up and how to get it. But I just want to point out, real quick, I got through a Czech, a Swede, a Finnish guy, and 3 Canadians, and then fucked up the first American player's name that I could on that roster.
Because we're a melting pot, we have a lot of weird names in this country.
I also think, as with all things, really whose fault this is the goaltender for having an .892 save percentage this season.
It all in Soros.
Every coaching fire that has ever happened is the goaltender's fault. That's my take.
I don't believe that.
Name one coach that's been fired while a goalie had a .912 save percentage.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, there you go. Mike's offseason research. Find a coach that's been fired while a goalie had a .912 save percentage. But Mike, that wasn't the only news this week. We also have to have our emergency reaction pod to the Artimi Panarin trade and how it changes nothing for anyone ever.
Well, this is like a very interesting topic that you just set up.
So the Rangers trade Artimi Panarin to the Los Angeles Kings, and in return get Liam Greentree, a 26th conditional 4th, and a 28th conditional 3rd. Liam Greentree, he's had kind of a spike in points in the OHL this year. Right now he's at 1.29 points per game, but before like the last 40 games or whatever, he was below a point per game guy. He's 20 years old, was picked 2 drafts ago, or 1 draft ago, 2 drafts ago,
2024.
Yeah. Panarin immediately follows up by signing a 2-year, $6.5 AAV extension. The number floating around before this came out was that Panarin was seeking $50 million total, and however they got to that number worked for him. He got $11 million total, so came up a little short of the $50 million total he was apparently looking for. Yeah. I want to start with this. Does this change anything in your mind about the West or the Kings?
Like, in all reality, does it practically change anything? Like, for all being honest, no. Like, I get why they did it, and it's fine. Like, Panarin's still a good player. I mean, he's not the guy who had 120 points 2 seasons ago, but he's still is an over a point per game guy. He's 34. So, like, the extension, I don't hate the term 2 years. It's a little surprising that his last contract was 11.6 and he's getting 11 mil this year. I don't love that cap number, but I mean, it's only 2 years, so whatever. I mean, but like, Kopitar is retiring at the end of the year, and then you're going to be saddled with a 35-year-old you're paying $11 million.
Yeah, which next year, that's not the only guy they're going to be paying $11 million, by the way.
Yeah, because doesn't Kempe's contract extension kicks in?
Yeah, Kempe and Drew Doughty are both over $10 million next year. So $11 million a year in 2 years. 2 years. 2027, 2028. They have 4 guys signed that are making at least $6 million a year. Panarin, Kempe, who are both making over 10. Quentin Byfield, Kevin Fiala.
Mm-hmm.
Would you project that team to win any more games than the team this year is going to win?
Yeah, I don't think so. That's
or
like
any
another
less.
thing. This doesn't make the team like any sexier. Like, I get why they did it, and they needed it because they like really need help. They need help offensively.
Yeah,
like it's not. I mean, Kempe's leading the way with 20 goals and 46 points. 56 games into the season, so they needed it. I get why they did it. What they gave up wasn't terrible. Yeah, the AAV is a little high, but the term doesn't put them in cap hell really. So it's fine for New York. I think like the return also was solid. I'm a little surprised that it was a conditional is a conditional 3rd and 26 and a conditional 4th and 2028.
Other way around. Conditional 4th and 26, conditional 3rd and 28.
Okay. Either way, I don't know. Something about that seems like you could have got just like Panarin in a second.
Yeah, and Liam Greentree is going to be like a good, not great.
I mean, Greentree in a second, yeah.
And I think Greentree, like, according to what I've been looking up, his upside is, like a really good bottom 6 or an okay middle 6 forward.
Mm-hmm.
Which, sure. But the kind of annoying thing about this, and the reason this happened, is because Panarin's agent basically negotiated this trade. And because Panarin had a full no move that he had to waive to go anywhere, he liked living in New York, which is why he went there from Columbus. And wherever he went, it's crazy to see this, because when you think of why NHL players sign somewhere, there's usually 3 reasons, right? 1, they want more usage, so they go somewhere where they're going to be a larger piece of the pie. 2, they want to chase a ring. Or 3, they want the most money possible, right?
Yeah.
From all reports, Panarin decides where he's going to sign because of where he wants to live.
Huh.
So when they were going through this trade, he basically, after his agent negotiated the extension with LA, he went to New York and said, okay, we have an extension in place with LA. I want to go live in LA. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they just had to figure it out. So all LA can give up, or all LA is willing to give up, is Green Tree and some kind of lame picks.
Right, because the Rangers don't have much leverage at that point. Like, this is the only place he's going to go. So let's get what we can get and get out.
And because Panarin is in the last year of his deal, and he can just walk if he wants to after that. So they had to get something for him. It is odd. It is odd.
The real loser of this trade, in my opinion, is like all the teams who you would consider like have an actual shot to contend in the West or like catch up to the Avalanche. Like the Wild, I feel like could have used a Panarin if they could have talked to his agent and forced him to be like, hey, just come here for the year, you know?
Just going to put the Russian guy in the Wild, are you?
I'm just saying, like, teams like that, like the Wild definitely could use a Panarin. There's like some other teams like that who you're like, oh, that team could possibly, you know, go 6-7 games with the Avs.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, you could throw plenty of teams from the West in there. Vegas, the Stars, although the Stars problem probably isn't there. Center spine. The Wings, the Stars, Dallas. I already said Dallas. Minnesota. Like, any... What's wrong with me? Red Wings. That's what I said. The Wings. I'm fucking up my own thought here. Like, there's plenty of teams that you could think of that could have been in the conversation. Kind of the 2 problems are, 1, who was willing to give him the extension, because he wasn't going anywhere without the extension, and 2, who was going to pay more for 30 games of Artimi Panarin than what LA paid. My kind of question is, like, LA didn't give up much, but why did LA give up anything? Like, what does LA need Artimi Panarin for 5 months when they could just sign him in the offseason if he wanted to play in LA so bad?
Because they need more scoring, and they're trying
to
at least make the playoffs. Because they're on the bubble, and they want to at least make the playoffs in Kopitar's last year.
You think that's it? It's just a Kopitar's last year thing?
Yeah, I think it's like, hey, it's Kopitar's last year. We're on the bubble. We can get in, and you know, at that point, we can get in. Who knows what could happen? Is it likely that we actually get to the finals? Absolutely not. But who knows what could happen?
You get any more Artimi Panarin thoughts, Mike?
No.
Me either. Don't know what LA's doing. Haven't known what LA's doing for years. Weird core in that team for the next few years, man. Like, Drew Doughty's going to probably retire next year. And then your core is, for like 2 seasons, or at least a season, is going to be Kempe, Panarin, Quentin Byfield, Kevin Fiala.
Yeah. Doughty's, the last year of Doughty's contract is next season, and he'll be like 36. So
yeah, I'm guessing he just retires then, especially because his buddy's leaving. Probably. So why not? Mm-hmm. I guess Trevor Moore would be the other guy you would mention in there.
He's having a bad year.
Yeah, he is. But anyways, Mike, the Olympics. We mentioned that at the top of the pod. We are in the Olympic break now officially, which is why the Panarin trade happened. We are post Olympic freeze, but pre-Olympic games starting. So we have in our pocket the perfect window right now to go into a big Olympic preview. First, we got to talk about these injuries that are hurting people all of a sudden. just go through team by team. Talk about the most notable injuries, or some of the most notable injuries that are coming up. You can tell me if I missed anything here. But right now, the United States' biggest injury, Seth Jones, who gets replaced with Jackson Lacombe, which was a surprise to everyone, I think. I think we saw it, Lane Hudson, Adam Fox. Probably the end of the list there, but one of those two guys.
Adam Fox got passed over again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that Bill Guerin must fucking hate Adam Fox for some reason. Maybe
so.
Maybe you should go back and watch the Four Nations and figure out why he hates him. There was some other injury replacement for Team USA, right? I just typed the NHL into Google.
That's the only one I have.
Okay. I think that was the most recent. I'm just double checking here real quick. Oh, United States, why are you alphabetically so low? Yeah, so Seth Jones, who's replaced with, like we said, Jackson Lacombe. For Canada, the two Tampa Bay boys, Braden Point, Anthony Cirelli, both missing the playoffs.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
The Tampa Bay guys are missing, and John Cooper's the Team Canada guy.
They're not really hurt.
You think they just want to trade for Artimi Panarin?
They just don't want anybody to get hurt in the Olympics. They're like, no, you guys can't go. You're hurt. Lay down.
So it got replaced by Sam Bennett and Seth Jarvis. Sam Bennett then proceeded to also get hurt. So we'll see if he ends up playing or not, but he turned around and got hurt too. Those seem more impactful, if I'm being honest with you, than losing Seth Jones. Seth Jones was good in the Four Nations. He's a big body and everything, but I think this is a good opportunity for Jackson Lacombe, a guy who's kind of had a couple of breakout seasons.
Yeah. And being down a Braden Point is worse than being down a Seth Jones, in my opinion.
Yeah, what about being down a Braden Point and a Anthony Cirelli?
And potentially a Sam Bennett.
If they're down, literally, who do you put into their forward group if Sam Bennett is out? Like, who is the two-way guy? Is there any left? Can Patrice Bergeron come out of retirement?
I don't think so. I'm sure there's somebody out there I'm just not thinking of, but
I don't
trying
know,
to think of the big snubs were winger-wise, and I can't really.
Like, I would have said Nick Suzuki as the two-way guy replacement, but he's already on the fucking team.
Maybe you just go smaller and you call up Bedard.
Yeah, I think that he's probably the guy up next, right?
Yeah, probably.
If the last weekend's activities are anything, I think you should call it McKinnon. McKenna. Not McKinnon.
McKenna?
McKenna. Gavin McKenna. Because you know what? If you're in a bar in Italy somewhere, someone's chirping your Sam Bennett, he'll break his fucking jaw.
Yeah.
Sweden, we already knew this for a while. They're out Leo Carlsson and Jonas Brodin. The Leo Carlsson one really hurts them more than anything because I don't know where they're going to get that level of production from. Like, I kind of think Carlsson was Sweden's cornerstone now. They're like young up-and-comer. I know they have like some talent on their forward group, but a lot of those guys are older, and Leo Carlsson's
a big mojo
really fucking good at hockey. What's up?
You're not a big mojo guy?
No, not necessarily. Is that what we call it, Marcus Johansson?
Yeah.
Mojo? Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nylander, Raymond, really good players. Really, really good players. I just think, like, their guy of the future, like, their cornerstone, not in 2026, but in 2030, is Leo Carlsson, and now you're out him. Jonas Brodin out. But Hampus Lindholm getting an Olympic run, eh?
Not a bad replacement.
Not a bad replacement. I just, they lost. They got older with their losses, which isn't a big deal when you're talking about, like, what, a 12-game sample size?
Yeah.
But it's not great, you know?
Oh, wait, in the Four Nations?
No, in what? In the Olympics.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I got confused what sample size you were talking about. My deepest apologies.
Your deepest apologies.
My deepest of apologies.
So, I will say this. Hampus Lindholm, his first Olympic season was 2013, roughly. So, 2012, 2013, he split time
fucking
between,
old.
Between a few different things. He is fucking old. 2013 is his first full season in the NHL. He was not in the 2014 Olympics. So this is his first Olympics, so that's kind of nice.
He's probably fired up.
Yeah.
ready to make his country proud.
So we can all enjoy that. We can all enjoy Hampus Lindholm gain a chance to play bottom pair for Sweden.
All hail Sweden.
Sweden's got a hell of a defensive group, and we'll get to that later because we're going to do an Olympic draft. But recently minted Vegas Golden Knight Rasmus Andersson, Philip Broberg, Rasmus Dahlin. Ooh, they almost pulled off the triple Rasmus. OEL, Gustav Forsling, Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson, Mike's favorite player, and Hampus Lindholm. It's a pretty good defensive group. That's probably pretty good. Is that the second or third best defensive group, you think?
It's a really good defensive group. The only one who I think would come close would be
U.S. is better. But the U.S. has the best defensive group in the Olympics.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm sure. Yeah, U.S. is a better defensive. Like I think U.S. is a better overall defensive group than Canada. Fucking old ass Drew Doughty on there. You're giving a fucking roster spot to 35.
Well, yeah, like better at the bottom. But also, if you're just talking this season, like I don't think it's insane to argue that Zach Werenski's been the best defenseman in the NHL this season.
He's been one of the best.
I think he's been the best defenseman in the NHL because he's a better two-way player than Cale Makar. Like I think Werenski's a better defenseman.
No, that's erroneous. I will fight you on this.
Dude, look up the numbers. I think that you'd be surprised at how good of a defensive player Zach Werenski is because I'm gonna just I know you're the big Colorado Avalanche guy. I'm not trying to defame you or anything. I'm just guessing you're not grinding Columbus tape that often. Mike's looking that up. The last thing to mention here, in terms of injuries, UPL, the savior of the Sabres, injured and out for the Olympics, replaced by Jonas Korpisalo. Bruins get a lot of guys in off replacements on this Olympics. Or maybe just Lindholm and Korpisalo. That might be it, actually. Now that I say it out loud.
Yeah.
You looking at defensive metrics there, Mike?
I'm just looking at stuff. Don't worry about it.
Before we get to our draft, we also need to do the classic bit, talk the best and worst draws in terms of which team gets the softest draw to play against. So I would say, really, your options are U.S., Sweden, and Canada. Maybe Czechia, but we'll say those three. It's the big three. Because that's one from each group, and those are probably the three best teams in each group who got the best draw.
Right. Okay. I was thinking I was thinking that wrong. Best draw, I just looked at like the groups.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, gotcha, yeah. Because I feel like both Canada and US are pretty good. It's kind of just like a bummer that Sweden and Finland are in the same group. I mean, I guess it would be a bummer wherever Sweden landed, but
Sweden, Finland, and Slovakia's like quietly got a solid team. Like I don't hate the Slovakian team. It's only got a few NHLers on it, but it's got a pretty solid set of defensemen, and a bunch of goalies you've never heard of before. But Slovakia's not the softest, like lower tier team. Italy's fucking terrible. Like Italy is the easiest draw. Yeah, so
Italy just learned how to play hockey because they got the Olympics. They're like, oh shit. We need a hockey team, boys.
I think the easiest draw is Group C. I think the U.S. lucked out personally. I'll hear some argument for some elements of Denmark and some elements of Latvia and Germany, but in terms of NHL talent on those teams, those are the softest ones. Those teams do not have the NHL talent of some of these other teams that Canada has to face, for instance.
You're big
what's up?
Big fan of that France team?
The France team's fucking terrible too, but Switzerland and Czechia are like solid fucking teams, man.
Yeah.
Listen. France and Italy are terrible. They're so bad. Yeah. But Sweden, third best team in the tournament. Finland may be the fourth.
Dude, Germany's going to upset somebody. They're going to get one big upset win during the group stage.
In the group stage, the only upset win they could get is the United States. That like Germany, Latvia, and Denmark are the same fucking team.
What's our schedule? What's the first team we play?
I don't know. I could probably find that out, right?
This is the schedule. Yeah, I could find out if I felt like.
Okay.
I'll find out.
So Czechia, which I was trying to defend there for a second. Reko Gudas, Filip Hronek, probably the top pair of defensemen. I like them. Their goalies are ridiculous. Lucas Dostal, Karl Vmelka, Dan Vladar. All three guys, 8 plus goals saved above expected on the season so far. Their forward group, a little soft. Not a lot of guys that you would mention outside of Tomas Hertl, David Kampf, and Marty Necas. Oh, and Pasternak. My apologies to the pasta. But
the pasta. We got a good warm-up. We play Latvia first.
Yeah. I don't know how we could get a bad warm-up unless you're really in on, like a Leon Draisaitl 6-goal game.
Yeah.
But I think Group A and Group B, just because like Finland and Sweden, third and fourth best team in the tournament. Slovakia isn't a slouch. Italy's terrible, but Slovakia isn't a slouch. So there's 3 solid teams in that group. Group A has Canada, the first or second best team in the tournament. I mean, 1A, 1B with the United States. Switzerland's good. Czechia's good. France is fucking terrible.
Denmark's pretty terrible too. Not terrible. They have like a few, but that Denmark team's pretty bad.
Yeah, so like Denmark, Italy, and France, they're not good. Denmark's the strongest of those 3 teams, but Latvia and Germany is the weakest of like the remaining 6.
Right.
So I think Group C is the easiest draw. You have a counter for that, Michael?
I hope Italy goes on a Cinderella run.
If you had to guess, so how does it work? So the round robin is 4 games. You play every other team in your group once. Or 3 games. I'm guessing. Now, I don't mean to be rude.
Oh, 3 games. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, 3 games. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't want to be rude here. I'm going to guess Italy doesn't make it to the knockout stage.
Really?
So we're saying, yeah, really? What do you mean?
Wow. I can't believe this. It's crazy. I'm saying, all right.
In those 3 games, Italy has to play against Slovakia, Sweden, Finland. How many total goals does Italy score?
Two. I feel confident in saying that. Two, yeah.
Just for the bit, should I take the under?
Yeah. I mean, since you hate Italians, obviously that's what's come through here.
Yeah, them and their fucking Vespas.
Goddamn plumbers.
Their love for life. Yeah, it's jumping on mushrooms. Like mushrooms don't even matter. I want to see if I can we yes, okay, so Olympic odds. Italy's first game is against Sweden. Italy against Sweden. The puck line, like all these games, is set at plus or minus 1.5 goals, with Italy as the underdog, right? So Italy plus 1.5. What do you think is the price on that? Like, how much, if you bet $100, how much money could you earn on Italy plus 1.5 goals against Sweden?
200.
So you think it's plus 200, plus 1.5. It is plus 1,120. So
come on, Italy.
So that means if you put down $100 on Italy plus 1.5, and they simply stay within 1 goal of Sweden for 60 minutes of hockey, you win $1,120. That is a better bet than you get on your ridiculous fucking parlays you put together sometimes.
I'm just saying. I mean, you almost have to put a little money on that, just because
Currently, if you want to bet Italy to medal at all, it is 150 to 1. Denmark's 100 to 1. Or sorry, France is 100 to 1. Denmark's 35 to 1.
Sorry, I was looking at I got distracted looking at the teams that participated in like the Olympic qualification.
Oh yeah, I fell down that rabbit hole earlier. You got any thoughts on what you think Japan's hockey team looks like?
I was just like Kazakhstan, Georgia.
You think Kyler Yamamoto's on the Japanese squad?
I don't know if he's Japanese. You might have just done a racism.
Because his last name's Yamamoto?
Yeah. Great Britain. Have you been British people playing hockey? Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
So here's the thing: you're thinking like
teams.
London street toughs who they're just like laying the fucking lumber. Like there's no like dump and chase. There's no setting up offense. The coach just goes, "All right, chaps, get out there and check someone," and they're just breaking sticks over people's backs. Or you get like posh Northern England where they go, "Oh, I do say that I believe there's a puck out there. My apologies.
Absolute savages playing this game.
Go on through."
No,
I can't screen the goalie. He can't see the puck. That's not fair.
I think it's like the street toughs, but they cannot skate at all. So they're just falling over the whole time.
They go to check. Connor McDavid blows by them, and they're just flat on their face out there.
Yeah, like they do that thing where you ever see like a kid trying to learn how to ice skate, and then he just kind of starts almost starts doing like running with the skates on as his feet gradually fly out from under him.
Yeah,
something like that.
I got one more for you. If you go down to the qualification round from 2023, South Africa.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine there's people in South Africa that have ever seen a hockey game.
Dude, we could have had, imagine we could have had the next Cool Runnings. I know that was the Jamaican bobsled team, but similar vein. Like South Africa put together a hell of a hockey team. Dave Matthews, the starting center.
I was thinking the guy from District 9. Neil Blomkamp.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Dave Matthews for sure. He's like their best export.
All right, so somehow up in the morning. You ever hear the story about that guy on the bridge in Chicago? The bus story?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who pooped on the boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a guy who pooped on the boat. Like he wasn't like leaning out of the bus being like, here comes the boat. Like they emptied their septic tank.
Dave Matthews' boat that got poop on it. That's all I know.
Dave Matthews' bus who emptied their septic tank on the bridge and it landed on a tour boat.
Oh, that's not as fun. I thought it was like a tour boat and Dave Matthews was performing.
On the tour boat?
Yeah, I don't know. It was some sort of special VIP thing and then shit just came raining down, which is, which would be pretty, it would be fitting since his music is shit.
Heyo! All right, Mike. We have one more Olympic segment for the people. The people.
The beautiful people. Beautiful people.
We are going to do an Olympic roster draft. Here are the rules for Olympic roster draft, as created.
There are no rules.
By Talent Alone Zone, Mike Regan. The rules are, you must pick a starting lineup that consists of 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and a goalie. No player can be picked twice by either contestant in this draft. And once you choose a player from a country, you then can choose no other players from that country. Now, I do feel like I need to add the clarification in here because of the way we've done some drafts in the past. If Mike is to choose someone from Team Canada, I can still pick a player from Team Canada. But I cannot pick the player Mike already picked.
There was enough teams if we wanted to do that country's out, but it would have gotten pretty bleak fast.
Yeah, I don't want us to both have to draft someone from Team France.
Dude, I'm taking my first pick's gonna be from Italy. Tommaso De Luca, come on down.
Only if you put on a fake mustache and some suspenders.
Thomas Larkin, you're not Italian. How'd you get in there?
John America, what are you doing on the Italian team? With that, Mike,
where's Dylan Larkin?
What's up?
Did Dylan Larkin put on a mustache and pretend to be Italian?
Well, Dylan Larkin's playing on Team Canada, so maybe he's playing double duty.
That'd be another great movie. He's constantly changing his disguise in between games. All right, I'm sorry. I'm good serious.
Joanna Italian. I've created the spreadsheet for us that I shall be typing names into, all spelled exceptionally well. With that, Mike, kick or receive? By the way, we're not going to do a snake draft. 2 people with a snake draft, it just sucks. So we're just going to go pick.
Yeah. You can go first.
I was gesturing with my coffee cup like this to show that it was me pick, then you pick, then me pick, then you pick.
Right, like ping pong.
Marty Supreme. Mm-hmm. Anyways. I think he's on Team Chet.
You can go first.
Okay. So I'm of two minds of this. Part of the problem that I always have with these drafts that I always bring up is that if I take someone right now from Team Canada or Team USA, you have no reason to take anyone from those rosters until the last pick of the draft. Yeah.
Right.
So that's kind of like the tactical issue with these that I never really like, but there's no two ways about it. I gotta take someone from Team Canada or Team USA. I simply must. Mm-hmm. But the question is, whom do I want to take? Whom? I know there is someone from Team USA that I want to take that I know there's no fucking chance of you taking, which is my advantage on this. So that is an that is something I have to think of. So I think I'm going to go Team Canada here, Mike. Mm-hmm. Now, there's plenty of great eligible people. Team Canada, it's great. It's a great team. Let me give you my top three that I'm thinking about right now. Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid.
Oh, definitely.
Brain point. I wrote down like actually people I'm going to draft, so I don't have the entire roster in front of me, so I couldn't think of a joke answer in time.
Thought maybe you were going to be like Macklin Celebrini.
I have Macklin Celebrini written down. Now, that was only in case somehow you managed to snag Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon, which I don't expect to happen, especially because I have the first pick, so I'm going to take one of them. But I did write him down. I think he's the third best forward on Team Canada, and I don't think that's insane to say. But I'm going to take Connor McDavid. I'm brand loyal, Mike. That's simply what it is. That's simply what it is. I understand Natty Max having a great season. Maybe not as great as it was early in the season, to where it's going to be like an all-time, like, oh my God, remember Nathan McKinnon, whatever, year one or year 2026. I don't know why I said year one, but I do think he is still having a great season. McDavid's closed the gap a little bit, as well as Celebrini, who's now in the Hart conversation firmly. But I'm McDavid brand loyal. I can't help myself, Mike. It's just who I am. So I will be taking Connor McDavid with my first pick. So I can no longer take Canadians. And Mike, you can take anyone you want except Connor McDavid for your first pick.
Yeah. All right, so I'll save Canada. I'll save Canada for later.
Yeah, see, that's the issue with this. That's what I was thinking.
But now I'm struggling on who to pick from Team USA. So I may go with a different strategy. I may go to another country that has very little talent.
France.
And just take the best player on that team.
That's also not a bad call.
So I'm going to take Leon Draisaitl.
From?
Germany.
Good news is there's someone else on Germany that I like. So.
Big Stützle guy.
Yeah, exactly. I
like most Sider. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Mike. So you can no longer pick Germany. I can no longer pick Canada. To be fair, I did write down Stützle, but that was not who I was going to pick from Germany. So sure. I think that was an excellent strategy, Mike. And like I said, the guy that I want from the United States, I'm not too worried about you taking. So what I should probably do is take another player from a team that I don't think has enough talent and just take the best player. I think that's the right call. Mike. I think that you were thinking with your big brain for once.
Not big brain.
I'm going to go to Chechnya. Take Noho Hank. I'm going to take, I believe I'm pronouncing this right, Lucas Dostal. Lucas Dostal from Chechnya.
Wow. Going goaltender.
The alternative goaltenders that I think you could really make an argument for are either in the United States or Sweden, who both have pretty good goalie rooms. But I don't want to get stuck with Chechnyan forward. There's like a couple of them that are fine, but like not any that I really want to totally get stuck with. And there's so much talent in the United States and Sweden that I would rather take those in other places. So I've taken Lucas Dostal at goalie with my second pick.
Okay. All right.
It's really fucked you. Now you're gonna have to draft. Hold on. Let me scroll down to a
very deep in thought.
Stop. Don't talk. I gotta scroll down to a funny Chechnyan name. Now you're going to have to draft Lucas Sadlak
From Czechia?
From Chechnya. Yeah.
I mean, Pasta's Chechen.
Yeah, I know. He's like the one other person I considered.
Yeah.
I think Pasternak is a borderline top 5 forward in this group. Maybe not even borderline top 5. Maybe he's like borderline top 8 forward in the Olympics.
Right.
I think Dostal's the top 3 goalie in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. See, now you actually really have me thinking now, because I don't want to use. That was actually smart, because I don't want to waste my goaltender pick on Canada or America just because they have so much other talent. Yeah.
Well, if you wasted on Canada, that would be very surprising. I mean, I know the one guy you would take because you love Logan Thompson more than you love most of your own relatives.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still be surprised if you used up your goalie pick on Canada.
Yeah. All right. Well, that. Okay. This could be a weird one, probably.
Go to France?
Where the naked ladies dance?
Uh-huh.
Where I'm going? Oh, wait. Did I already take from this team? Did I take from here? No, I didn't. Okay.
You have taken one player
from Germany.
Yeah.
One of the Germans. The Germans who plays the hockey. Yeah.
Have you ever met Sacha Baron Cohen? I feel like you guys would have real interesting conversations.
Probably would. I'm gonna go over to Finland.
Uh-huh.
A little Finny. And take Philip Grubauer.
Taking Philip Grubauer.
Philip Grubauer. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Mike. Not even a guy that I had written down on my final list.
He's playing solid this year.
Yeah, he's playing solid. Just not a guy I had written down on my final list. I guess that's probably why I went Lucas Dostal early, because I wanted to have good goaltending. I like how it's like, what is the goaltender country? United States. Mm-hmm. Neither one of us take a U.S. goalie.
Right, because I don't want to not be able to get another great player that they have.
Like Matt Boldy.
Yeah, the only problem is figuring out how I'm going to do that.
Okay. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do next here, Mike.
Okay.
The question is,
you do it.
How much am I willing to go in on this bit? And I think the answer is fully. Ooh, is it though? Okay. So we have 2 defense slots, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going to get Mo Seider, so I'm not worried about that. The question is, what am I doing with the other defense slot?
I mean, Uvis Balinskis is available from Latvia, Florida Panthers.
That's not a real person.
It is.
Okay. I'm looking through here. Wondering if it's time to pull the trigger on a United States player. But
you won't do it.
What's up? No, I won't. I won't do it. You're right.
Coward.
You've called me out correctly. Have I taken? I haven't taken a Finnish player yet, right? No, it's Chechnya, Canada. Why is this so hard? Why can I not remember who I took 40 seconds after I took them?
Early onset Alzheimer's?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go to the finish line here, Mike.
Heyo.
I'm gonna take. There's 2 options that I have here, both of which play for the same team. But I'm gonna go Rupe Hintz.
I was scrolling. I was looking, through the rosters as I'm formulating my plan, and I just a minute ago scrolled past Rupe Hintz's name, and I was like, Adam feels like he would take a Rupe Hintz.
I like Rupe Hintz a lot. He's a good, good 2-way player. Good 2-way player. That Rupe Hintz.
I'm trying to think of my.
Okay, so you have taken a player from Finland and Germany. I have taken a player from Finland, Canada, Czechia. You still need 2 forwards, and none of us have taken a defenseman yet. Will the defenseman standoff end here, Mike?
Well, didn't you?
When I was doing notes earlier on my phone, Miro Heiskanen's name autocorrected to Miracle Heiskanen, and that's fun.
Oh, that's dope.
That's fun.
I'm trying to decide, position-wise, where I want to get my 2 defensemen from. And that's just
Yeah,
really tripping me up right now.
I'm probably gonna end up pulling the trigger on one of my 2 goaltenders next round if you don't take them, because I don't want to lose out on all the good goaltenders.
You mean defenseman?
What did I say?
Yeah, you said goaltenders.
How many times? Feels like it was a lot.
I
It feels like I said it a lot of times in a row.
think it was like 3 to be real with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. That was funny. Yeah, all right. I haven't taken my Swede yet.
Yeah, I almost took your Swede.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I gotta get one of them on the team. Rasmus Dahlin. Come on,
so
now.
I almost took your Swede because I wanted to box you out of Rasmus Dahlin, but I have my 2 goaltenders set the way that I want, and so I didn't want to take Dahlin.
Yeah.
I came very close. It was between Dahlin, Hintz, and Mikko Rantanen. They're on my last pick. Obviously, I can still take a Swede, but I'm not, Mike. I'm finally going to the good old US of A. America, Rock, flag, and eagle, and all that. And I'm taking a guy that you think is dog shit on defense. I'm taking Zach Werenski, who I knew you would never take, no matter what. There was basically no way that you were going to take Werenski. I'm assuming you are going to take a Canadian defenseman to end this draft.
So there's a strong chance I was going to take Werenski going into this thing, and then you made the comment that Cal McCarr is dog shit compared to him, and so I refused to take him after that on principle. Because, I stand for things. Every man has to have a code. Okay.
I stand for things. Mike Regan, 2026. So you are up. You have 1 slot left at defense, 2 slots left at forward. You've taken a German, a Swede, and a Finnish person.
Oh, wait a minute.
A Finn.
Fucked up.
How'd you fucked up? Was there a Swede you meant to take?
Wait, where's... I think I... I can't take Grubauer.
Because he's not in the Olympics?
No, he's not in Finland. He's on Germany.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, you can replace him. I'll let you replace him with any goalie from Chechnya, Finland, or Canada, which is the 3 places I have taken players from. Oh, and USA.
Okay.
So USA, Chechnya, Finland, or Canada. You can replace him with any of those.
All right. In that case,
that'll be a free pick. So this pick doesn't count against the draft.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
You probably have to go Chechnya. If I was you.
Yeah. Like, why is UC Soros bad all of a sudden?
Because he's small. So on Chechnya, you have Vejmelka or Dan Vladar, both of which are having excellent seasons. That would be where I go. Either that or you got to use your USA pick on a goalie.
I refuse to do that.
Or your
Vejmelka's having an excellent season with a 903.
League average in this year is like 895. Like, it is a bad year for goaltending.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what to tell you, Mike.
Did you seriously say Dan Vladar too?
Yeah.
Dan Vladar?
8 goals over expected on the season for the Philadelphia Flyers. Basically, the reason that they have been in the playoff hunt this long and have now fallen off.
I got a choice. One of their options were I could take someone from Finland. So I'm looking at Jonas Korpisalo, Kevin Lankinen. God, no. UC Saros playing like shit.
You can take an American.
I'm not taking an American.
I'm just telling you, man. You can take a Canadian.
Fuck it. Vejmelka.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's the right call.
I'm very upset right now with myself.
You also have to make your actual pick, because that was just replacing Mike did a dumb.
I have a player from fucking Chechnya on my team. It's ridiculous. Disgusting.
That's a good goaltending group. What the fuck are you talking about? There's Radko Gudas, Marty Necas. Chechnya is not a dog shit team. Tomas Hertl.
Tomas Hertl. Well, I still have a Finland pick available.
You do still have a Finland pick available. You gonna go to the finish line there, Mike?
I think I might have to take it to the finish line, all the way across it. Get myself a little.
Arturi Lehkonen. Esa Lindell. Is he finished? Yeah. Esa Lindell. Miro Heiskanen. Mikko Rantanen.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Teuvo Teravainen.
Not Taylor Teravainen. Cool name though. I will give him that.
Yeah, Rasmus
How many
Ristolainen.
good
You could go
things
double
about-
Rasmi.
So if I go, do I want to go 2 forwards, or do I want to get my next defenseman from Canada?
Yeah, if you take your defenseman there, you know who that leaves on the board undrafted at the end? Your
Who?
hero, Cale Makar.
I know. His Rantanen was not like Rantanen sometimes. He's like so good.
Rantanen has the highs and lows, and I like Rantanen a lot. I think that if you were going to take someone from Finland, I'd take Miro Heiskanen.
I
Or
know,
Rasmus
but,
Ristolainen. I'll even let you take a second goalie if you really want Jonas Korpisalo.
No.
What about UPL? He's injured, but he's Finnish.
He could come back. We don't know. Now, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take...
You said that like
Fuck,
you were
I
ready
can't-
to say.
I can't
You
do
were
it.
gonna take, and then you
I'll
didn't
take Mikko.
Taking Mikko Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen.
Wait. Yeah, I'll take Mikko Rantanen.
All right. Are you sure he doesn't play for Germany? Just want to check real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I've taken a Canadian, a Finn, someone from the United States, and Chechnya. So I have the Swedes available to me. I have Switzerland available to me. Latvia, France, Italy, Germany still. Which I'm saving Germany for the end now that I kind of have my corner. Pin on that. I think I'm going to go Switzerland, Sweden, or Slovakia now. Would probably be my call. Let me see. Who's just the best player amongst those countries? So Lucas Raymond, Willie Nylander, Mika Zibanejad, Kevin Fiala, Nico Hischier. Who else can I think of? Yuri Slafkovsky from Slovakia, Oliver Bjorkstrand, Nikola Ehlers. I think those are probably all the forwards I'm thinking about at this point. And who simply do I want to go with? There's a part of me that kind of wants to go with Lucas Raymond, and I worry that's because I've just been watching so much goddamn Detroit Red Wings recently that I'm Raymond pilled.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Everyone loves Raymond. That's what they say. And what would it sound like? Yeah, okay, they beat me to the joke.
I'm going to the Olympics, ma.
Fiala, a good 200-foot player. Nico Hischier, good second line center. I feel like it's a mistake not to take Nico Hischier, if I'm being honest with you, but I am gonna go with Lucas Raymond. I'm gonna go Lucas Raymond, Mike, as my final forward.
Lucas Raymond.
So I've taken a Canadian, a Finn, a Swede, someone from the United States, and a Czech. So I only have one position left, and it's going to be a German. Mike, you still need a forward and a second defenseman. You have taken a German, a Finn, a Swede, and a Chechenian. So we're going to get your United States and Canadian picks with your final 2 picks. I am to assume.
We'll save Canada for last. Or I'm sorry, US for last. And we'll just go ahead and sweet. Cale Makar, baby.
Cale Makar.
Now, what country is he dreams? Oh, Canada.
Let's say the United
Yugoslavia,
States.
actually.
Let's say the United States gets knocked out without ever playing Canada.
Yeah.
Do you then by default root for Canada, or do you root for Canada to lose?
I'd root for Sweden.
Because of Rasmus Dahlin?
Yep.
Yeah. Makes sense. You'll hear no complaints from me on that. Part of me really regrets that Lucas Raymond pick. There was probably just better options, you know? There's probably just better options. Let me think about that one. Arturi Lehkonen was probably a better pick. Anyways, Mike. I'm going to take my German here. I'm going to take... I think that I have a better goaltending core than you, but it's close. I got 2 guys that are going to be in the final 5 or the top 5 for the Norris this year. I'm going Moritz Seider of Germany. The crowd goes wild, Mike.
I mean, I'm shocked you didn't take him for your very first pick. You love him so much.
Wasn't
Always-
Zach Werenski
always-
the one that you were going to make
You're
fun
always
of me
drinking
for?
the cider. Dude, wait, so you got Mo Seider and Zach Werenski. I got Cale Makar and Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah.
Like, scrap the Olympics. Let's just put those 4 on the ice, 2-on-2. And see what happens.
I think I've been watching way too much Red Wings recently. I really should take a Nico Hischier. I feel so dumb.
I'll take a New Jersey Devil.
I think that's it. Like, the Red Wings are like, oh my god, they're going to break their playoff drought. And the Devils are like, god, these guys fucking suck. So I went with my heart, not my head, you know? Anyways, Mike.
The final pick.
Your final pick.
Final pick. I just got to get one more forward. We're going down to the US of A. All right, so I'm looking at my team here. I got Draisaitl, 29 goals, 51 assists on the year. I got Rantanen, 20 goals, 49 assists on the year. I think I could use maybe like a 30-goal scorer. That's what I'm thinking. I could use a 30-goal scorer here. And then I noticed this. Hey, check this out. See, there's a method to my madness. Leon Draisaitl, 6'2", 209. Mm-hmm. Mikko Rantanen, 6'4", 215. We have to go even bigger, Adam. 6'6", 220, baby. TNT Tage Thompson.
That is an outrageous final pick.
Yeah.
I no longer feel bad about my Lucas Raymond pick because mine at least wasn't the most homer. Fucking Austin Matthews on the board.
Bum.
Matty Tkachuk.
Jack Eichel, weak neck.
Weak neck Eichel. Unhinged pick. All right. Let me read the final roster.
You know who's more?
What's up?
You know who's more goals than Jack Eichel this year? Not just Tage Thompson. Goal Caulfield.
Yeah, if Goal Caulfield was available on the list here, he's going number 1 overall, brother.
Oh, for sure.
Just want to also point out, you know who else is sitting at home watching, playing with themselves? Nate
Barry
McKinnon.
Trotz. Oh,
Nate
yeah.
McKinnon. No Nate McKinnon draft pick in this. No teams here.
I should have taken McKinnon, reunited him with Rantanen plus Draisaitl. Dude, that would have been just like a downhill cascade of bulls.
If I may ask you though, if you had done that, who the fuck would your second defenseman have been? So if you just switched out Tage Thompson for Nathan McKinnon, you have Rasmus Dahlin and
might have to go back to the States.
Victor Hedman?
No.
Oh yeah, because you already took a Swede.
Yeah, I lose Cale Makar and Tage Thompson.
Get Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, I'd probably go Hughes.
Yeah, that'd be a better pick than Victor Hedman.
I still have some McAvoy love, but I mean, I think Hughes is having a better year. So
yeah, I think Hughes is like a top 3 defenseman. So I think that'd probably be a good pick.
Before the trade, you shat on Hughes.
He's
he's all
good
offense
because
no defense. He shouldn't even be playing hockey.
he gets to Minnesota and they go, "What if we had him play defense?" And he went, "Oh, I'm good at that."
Just say it. I stick up for you, Quinn. Don't let Adam rewrite the history books.
Here are the teams, Mike. And we'll give teams, and then we gotta give our teams a name, obviously, because they can't be Team USA or Team Canada because they're multinational. So we'll have to give them names after this. So, Mike, your team, your forward group: Leon Draisaitl of Germany, Mikko Rantanen of Finland, Tage Thompson of the United States, Rasmus Dahlin of Sweden, Cale Makar of Canada, and Karl Vejmelka, the Chechnyan wonder. My team: Connor McDavid of Canada, Rupe Hintz of Finland, Lucas Raymond of Sweden, Zach Werenski of the United States, or as Mike calls him, Zach Werenski, Mo Seider of Germany, and Lucas Dostal of Chechnya. Chechnya getting 2 goalies into the top 5, eh?
They say it's the goalie country. They just churn them out.
So, Mike, what is your team name of Draisaitl, Rantanen, Thompson, Dahlin, Makar, and Vejmelka going to be?
It's Team Svenborgia.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. That's a joke for no one.
All the poor is listening won't understand because they don't know where that place is.
My team: McDavid, Hintz, Raymond, Werenski, Seider, Dostal. Our teams go together, Mike, because my team is the B movie.
Hey. One night, Al Roker to be costume.
You went extra Seinfeldy on that.
I know.
Any more Olympic thoughts, Mike? Any more Olympic news? Anything else you feel we need to talk about to prepare the people for the Olympics? I should say, before you say anything, we'll be back after every Team USA game for a short podcast recapping the game. Mm-hmm. So have that to look forward to during the during the Olympics. But Mike, any more thoughts?
I don't know how I'm gonna make it. I gotta make it 5 more days before the Olympic hockey starts.
Is that really it? 5 days?
Yeah.
Games are on at what, like 2 in the afternoon?
On the 11th. Now, first game's on at 10:40 in the a.m.
That's sick. I love that. Oh my god, they have games at 5:10 a.m. Central Time. This is great.
Yeah.
First game, USA at Latvia. USA, the massive favorite in that one.
Yeah. It's at 3:10, so we'll have a nice, probably like 6 o'clock recording time. Yeah, probably earlier than that.
Yeah, probably a little bit earlier, but you know, as long as we get to it that day, I'm fine. Mike, let's drift back over to the NHL real quick. We got 2 teams we got to talk about. First off, Team Talent Alone. Well, second off, Team Talent Alone, which we'll talk about here in a second. But first, is it time we stick a fork in the Florida Panthers?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not stick it all the way in, but
just the tip.
It's kind of like when you're like cooking something. You kind of like take your fork and you just kind of like move it around while it's on the grill or like in the stove.
Yeah, so people think you know how to cook. Yeah, I know.
You know, like you're checking if it's done, and they're pretty close to being fully cooked. So I checked. They have a 15.8% chance of making the playoffs per Money Puck right now. They're
sitting at 8th in the wild card race. They are
8 points out of the wild card, which. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. 8 points out of the wild card, and
as well as third
out.
place in their division.
They're forever out of third place in their division, right?
No, they're the same. They're in the same. Oh yeah, you're right. No, they're not forever out. What is forever?
Yeah. I guess that's fair, Mike. What is forever? I've been wondering this for years. They're last place in their own division right now, which is an important.
They are. That's right. They are. And, I'm dumb. They're actually 9 points. No, 11 points out
of their division. Yeah.
Of their third place division. Yeah.
Yeah, which would be the Detroit Red Wings, who still have a negative goal differential. Matty Tkachuk came back and it didn't change much. 4-6 in the last 10.
Yeah.
It's not looking great for the Florida Panthers, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure
they're
going to make it. They got absolutely cooked by Tampa yesterday.
Yeah. No Jones right now. Still no Barkov.
Yeah, Barkov's done for this. Like, we're not going to see Barkov this year. So
we're not going to see Barkov. Jones is out. That just throws wrenches in their plans. Bob is cooked. I'm not talking about cooked. Not cooked. Bob's washed.
He's cooked and then washed.
He's the pan that's cooking the Panthers right now. And he needs to be washed. I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, Bob's finally playing bad. It feels like a team who just went to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals and is now like, you know, it's all catching back up to them.
Yeah, they've kind of just they've you know, over the last 3 seasons, because they've won 2 straight, they've been to 3 straight. Over the last 3 seasons, there's no one in the NHL who's played more games than them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matty Tkachuk was injured for most of the season. He just came back, and, you know, it hasn't changed a ton for them, if I'm being honest. Which isn't to be surprising, because it's like, it's one player. Even a player as good as Matty Tkachuk, like, it's not, they didn't get Barkov back, right? They didn't get their 200-foot center spine MVP caliber guy back. As much as I love me some Matty Tkachuk. Like, their best players have been Sam Reinhart, Brad Marchand, Carter Verhaeghe, which are all really important players to their team. But, like, that's not, like, those 3 players being the 3 best players on your team for a year, the most productive players on your team for a year in 2026 is not a playoff team. And obviously, it isn't.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, the way the season's going, they should probably just trade Reinhart back to Buffalo.
Well, the real thing is that they can they move Bobrovsky, and do they want to? I mean, the guy's won back-to-back cups with them.
Bob's in his last year, I believe.
Edmonton?
Check. I was looking
Edmonton
at
want
this earlier.
Bobrovsky? Does Edmonton?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you probably get a bag of ham sandwiches for, I mean, a goaltender who has 2 Stanley Cup rings. I'm sure people will be like, yeah, what the hell? But yeah, this is the last year of his. Retires. Yeah, he's 37 years old, so this could be it for him. His last year of his 7-year deal that paid him $10 million a year.
And how'd that work out? Worked out pretty well, if you ask me.
Not great.
Well,
got a shitload of goalies in their system. I don't know if any of them are good though.
since Kachuk came back, they've been, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've been 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And Kachuk has 8 points. Like, that's good.
He's saving it.
It's good. What do you mean? He's under a point a game. Like, it's not. He has 3 goals and 5 assists. Like,
yeah, he's getting in Olympic form. The
whole season, we were told, when Kachuk comes back, when Kachuk comes back, when Kachuk comes back, and it turns out that having Barkov tear his ACL and MCL during off-season play, like training camp, we probably should have stuck a fork in them then, right?
Yeah, they had that stretch.
If McKinnon was just out for the season, would you pick Colorado to be a Stanley Cup final team?
No. No.
Yeah, and I think that I would argue there's a better supporting staff in Colorado than in Florida, especially when you talk about people who can replace McKinnon versus people who can replace Barkov. And I'm not saying Barkov's better than McKinnon. I'm just saying Barkov, his play style, like the defensive reliability that he brings to that team, there's less people in the league that can replace that than can replace elite goal scoring, even at a lesser level.
Yeah. If you remember, they had like that during the first half of the season. Like I think it was probably like in November, maybe late October. That's probably November. They were like hot for a while there, and Anton Lundell was like playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
That's like kind of come back down a little. He's still having a really good year, but it's like come back down a little bit to like where Anton Lundell really is, and there's not enough there, and they're beat up.
Yeah, November they went 7-6-0, had a +2 goal differential, and
so it wasn't done.
I mean, I can do November and December if you want.
Yeah, it's all right.
16-10-2, November and December.
Yeah, see,
I was right all along. Here, I'll stop doing this in a second here, but just in December alone, 9-4-2, +4 goal differential. That's the month when Anton Lundell did kind of go off.
Yeah,
but yeah, they've cooled off a lot. They've had a few streaky performances here and there, and they're fake 500, right? Or 535 points percentage. They're 29, 25, and 3. So they're like one game over true 500. Like none of these stats are screaming, hey, this is a real contender that we have to worry about if you're a fan of, say, the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, if they were 8 points out at like the 35 game mark of the season, I'd be like, no, they're fine.
Or the 10th game mark. If they were 8 points out 10 games into the season, I wouldn't be too worried.
Like they have 25 games of hockey left to play, and that's just unless teams ahead of them decide to just like take a couple weeks off and forfeit those games, I don't see how in the world they're going to make up that ground.
Right. So. I mean, for them to make up the distance to the wild card, which they've played the same amount of games as Boston, and they're 8 points behind. They would basically need Boston to lose in regulation 6 of their next 12 games.
Yeah.
And to win all 6 of those. And that'll give you like enough of a padding to where you're not worried about it.
And an interesting point just in that like scenario where like Florida goes on a run, tries to chase down Boston. Like Boston currently has 5 more regulation/overtime wins, which is the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So that even makes it even harder.
And to Florida's credit, if they were in the West, they would be 2 games out of the wild card. But that bad luck cuts both ways, Like the other teams in the East have had to deal with Florida for the last few years, which is a bitch and a half. And so now that Florida doesn't get the bonus of chasing down Anaheim and Los Angeles or Seattle, it gets harder, man. It sucks to be a Florida fan for this one season and this one season alone in the 2020s, it seems like.
Yeah, and it does cut both ways because currently both wild card teams in the East would be first place in the Pacific Division.
Yeah, the Pacific's so bad. So here's kind of my question. I think that we both agree. Let's you never want to like toll the bell and then the Undertaker sits up and you're the guy that called the Undertaker dead, even though I guess he is the dead man. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. So you don't want to say it's over for Florida, and then they come back and make you look like the dumbest idiot who's ever been on a podcast. But I think that we should be the first people to say it's officially over. Like, it's not happening this year. Not in this East. Not with, like, Boston's playing consistent. Sabres are playing consistent, and you're not catching your own division's third-place team. You're 11 points behind them with 25 games left to play in an NHL where just getting to overtime nets you a point.
Yeah. I think, like, if you're the Panthers front office, your plan coming out of the Olympic break should be like, hey, we still have a good chunk of talent on this team. Maybe they get hot. We somehow make a crazy like comeback, get into the playoffs. Cool. But outside of that, we should probably start looking ahead to next year. What are some of the moves we can make outside of our like most important stars that could set us up in a better cap position or get some assets, et cetera, and start doing that. If anybody noticed me looking at my screen extremely confused, it's because I think I just realized this because I'm dumb. No one's beat the Avalanche in regulation yet.
I thought they lost one regulation.
Oh no, they have.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. They have the same amount of losses as overtime losses. For a second there, I thought those like canceled out. I was like, no one's beat them in regulation.
Yeah, they've lost a few in regulation. There was a stretch of time like through the first like 25 games where they didn't lose in regulation though.
Yeah, they've lost 9 in regulation. My bad.
They're also kind of like OKC where they've just been flagging recently, but I think that everyone should still go like, hey, don't take that seriously. Yeah. Like, yeah, technically the Wild are 5 points behind Colorado, but Colorado somehow has 3 games in hand on the Wild.
I was real kicking the knackers when you're like, oh, my team's catching up to them. And you're like, oh, damn it. Never mind.
So here's kind of how I want to close out this Florida conversation, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go through Florida's cap sheet from highest paid to lowest paid. You tell me, if you are the GM of the Florida Panthers, trade this guy or keep this guy. And if you have any additional questions, how long the contract runs, anything like that, I can give you more information. Mm-hmm. Starting off with their top paid player, Sergei Bobrovsky, last year of his deal. Trade or keep?
I'll see if someone wants him at the deadline. Yeah. I'll take whatever I can get for him.
Yeah, would you take a conditional 4th round pick for Sergei Bobrovsky at the deadline?
Sure. Can you retain salary in a player's last year?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say give me something decent. I'll retain most of the salary and I'll send him to like in Edmonton.
Yeah, retain 50%, send him out. I'm trying to see. I don't know where to look on the cap page to see how much they've already retained. Oh, they have no one retained right now, so they could absolutely retain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Matthew Tkachuk at $9.5 a year, signed through 2030.
We're gonna hang on to Matty Tkachuk, I think.
Okay. Sam Reinhart, $8.625, signed through 2032.
I mean, my dreams aren't going to come true. He's not going to get traded to Buffalo, so I think they're going to hang on to him.
He'll get traded at some point. That deal runs through when he's like 36 years old.
Yeah, probably.
Sam Bennett. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying you're probably right. Like probably somewhere from like years like 6 to 8 will probably get moved.
Sam Bennett, $8 million a year, signed through 2033.
There's another contract I don't think he'll finish. Like he's not going anywhere yet. He's in his prime, but that he's not finishing that contract in Florida either, I don't think.
Yeah, the last 3 years there, he'll be in his mid-30s. He'll still be a productive player, I think, especially as a two-way guy, because that's just his whole thing. But it'll be $8 million a year. At that point, the cap will be high enough to where that number doesn't look so bad for his final 3 years, and Florida will be out of their contention window. So I can see him getting flipped later. Carter Verhaeghe, $7 million a year, signed also through 2033.
He'll be 37 at the end of this deal. Why are they doing? I mean, I guess that won't be as bad.
Because you can just lock him down forever. Go, we'll win 2, 3, 4 cups while these guys are in their 28 to 32-year-old prime, and then who fucking cares? We won 4 cups. We'll figure it out then.
Yeah, trade them all out when they're 36 years old to other teams while we rebuild. I don't hate it. They're gonna hang on to him. Yeah.
So this is kind of what I'm getting at, right? Like we don't need to go through the whole list. Like beneath that, Aaron Ekblad signed forever. Gustav Forsling signed forever. Brad Marchand signed through 2031. There's no way he finishes that contract, but you don't trade him right now. You won't get the same value that he brings to your team to trade him out. Anton Lundell, which we already talked about, who's like their only young productive guy. Like I don't think you move any of these people. The only guy I can think that you can move is Bob. And the reason I want to go through this is because I think it's important when you see this moment like this where you go, oh, their cup run isn't over. It's just an unlucky year. Like when Florida comes back in strength next year, let's not all be like, oh my God, we thought it was over and they're back from the dead like we're doing with the Lightning this year. Like you look at this cap. Their core guys are still in a productive age, and they are simply unlucky this year. That's it.
Yeah,
Not much more to it.
If anything was to change, like with them knowing, all right, 10 mils coming off the books thanks to Bob, maybe is there someone we could like maybe shave a little bit more off of, and you look at like, or maybe like they decide Evan Rodriguez, 3 million. He's going to be in the last year of his deal next year. Maybe they say, yeah, we'll try to work without Evan Rodriguez. I can see him making a move like that, but about it.
I could kind of like. I think right now everyone thinks that like Tuck's the big name on the trade market, which I also don't think he gets moved because now Buffalo is in a shot to make the playoffs. I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. It looks like.
Yeah.
And like Tuck's an important, productive middle six guy for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see that getting moved. I think quietly the Blues might move Robert Thomas, 26 years old,
and
just try to get younger. I think that might be the best guy in the trade market. And if you can retain 50% on Bob and just flip him for Robert Thomas, say this year's shot, but we got Robert Thomas as part of the core of our future.
Yeah,
I think that's crazy. I think I could see Florida making a move like that.
Yeah, the Blues. Obviously we'll talk about this more post Olympic break, but the Blues are going to be like a team to watch at the deadline because they have a few guys who they could decide to move on from who have good value.
Yeah,
like Robert Thomas, Jordan Kyrou, dudes like that.
Yeah, but I think you obviously always have to talk about play or teams that have the kind of like space for Robert Thomas. What's Robert Thomas making right now? If you don't have it in front of you, I can look it up real quick.
No, I got it right here.
Okay.
I just have to click one more button and then it will all be revealed. Robert Thomas, come on down. You're currently making. Where the fuck did you go? Oh, it's already hurt. $8.125 million for the next 5 years.
So say you trade Bob, you retain 25% of his salary. You move off of another like guy as a contract, say Jeff Petrie. You just move off Jeff Petrie, right? Like you have enough cap space to bring Robert Thomas in, LTIR him, shut him down for the season, and go, hey, sorry guys, we'll be back next year and we'll compete. Like I don't think that's outrageous, Mike.
But if you're St. Louis and you're moving off of Robert Thomas, are you going to come back and say, okay, we want Anton Lundell, who makes less and is a little bit younger?
I think that's exactly the kind of person they would want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question is, are you willing to give up Anton Lundell to get Robert Thomas? But that's kind of the range that I'm thinking about Florida in. Like, I can see them making a deadline move for a guy for next year, not to go all in this year. You know, even someone who's hurt or underperforming this year, just to have that guy on the roster for next year. I like if I'm Florida, I'm not even thinking playoffs anymore. You're out of the playoffs. It's okay. You won back-to-back Stanley Cups. Three-peats rarely happen for a reason. It's very hard to play that many games in a row, especially because you made it the year before. That would be 4 straight finals runs.
Like, remember,
that doesn't happen. Not in the Cap era.
Right, like, you remember, like, the Warriors? They made all those runs, and then, shit, they were dropping like flies that last finals run.
Yeah.
Like, Thompson got hurt. KD got hurt. It was, you know.
It's a million extra games on your body. And hockey is a very physical sport. Like, I know that we're talking, like, the basketball injuries, but hockey, that's hard on the joints, just from the motion and the speed of it. And it's a sport where physical contact is highly encouraged. So, just Florida, I know you guys are listening. I know Bill Zito is always listens to this podcast, tunes in every week. This year's a wash. You're out of the running this year. I think it's just time to consider, what do you want to be doing next year? Who do you want to be next year? And most importantly, if you can get anything from Bobrovsky at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm giving up Lundell for Thomas. It's tough to say. There's so many players on the St. Louis team that are good players, but their numbers look terrible because the St. Louis team is god-awful. So, tough thing to gauge.
If you can get off Thomas without giving up Lundell, no question. But I think that's a great call, that if I'm St. Louis, I'm saying, yeah, sure, we'll take Bobrovsky's contract and Anton Lundell plus a pick, and you can have Robert Thomas.
Yeah.
Any more Florida Panthers thoughts, Mike?
No.
All right, well, we only got one thing left to do, and that's to talk about Team Talent alone for the last 2 weeks. Mike, I don't know if you've heard of these guys, but the Detroit Red Wings were Team Talent alone for the last 2 weeks. And boy, did it not go great for them. We've got a little bit of a track record going on now, Mike.
Curse another one.
We cursed another one. They won 2 games, including a shutout 2-0 win against the future defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. And they beat the Winnipeg Jets 5-1. Those are their 2 wins in our time watching them. They also lost 4 games? Double checking. But they lost every other game for our time following since the 23rd.
They're
in mostly ugly fashion.
Yeah, they're 5-3-2 in their last 10, and I think we covered them for what, like 6 of those.
We covered them for 6, and so they were 2-4 in the 6 that we watched. Okay. Wins over the Jets and Avalanche, losses to the Kings, Capitals, Avalanche, and Mammoth. Not great.
Yeah.
Although I guess this is a great lesson for you, Mike, where you wanted us to kind of take down the Detroit Red Wings, and it worked. Mm-hmm. We took them down. Yeah. We dismantled them. So as we always do for Team Talent Alone on here, we're gonna have our good, our bad, and our what. Or should I market it more? Be like, what? No, there you go. Your marketing is better than my marketing. That's why you run Talent Alone, Mike. And I'm just the lowly guy you pay millions of dollars a year to do this. I'll start off with my good.
What? Sorry.
My good, Mike. The Olympic boys. Lucas Raymond, Dylan Larkin, Moritz Seider. The Olympic boys are my good. If I'm ranking them, Seider, Larkin, then Raymond in terms of good, but my God is Mo Seider good as a 200-foot player.
Yeah. By far, like, even if you just look at like his on ice goal percentage and the way like if it was a scale and like his expected on ice goal percentage and expected like off ice, it's like it's like big difference. I'm trying to say they are better when he's on the ice.
His on ice expected goal 58.7%, which is an elite number. I will say Lucas Raymond 62.8, but Lucas Raymond's also like an offensive specialist.
Yeah, and it's like also like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 highest defensive pairings that they've done throughout the season in expected goal percentage, all have Seider on.
Yeah, and their best pairing, I believe, to be Simon Edvinsson, and Lucas Raymond. Not Lucas Raymond.
Yeah.
So Lucas Raymond pilled now, and Mo Seider, but Edvinsson's been injured, so we didn't get to see a ton of him while we were watching these guys play. But the Olympic boys, man, they're crazy good. Like Raymond leading the team, 60 points in 56 games. Larkin, 51 points in 58 games. And Seider, 38 points in 58 games. Not to mention, all 3 guys have above a 58% on-ice expected goals percentage, which is an advanced statistic to basically mean that when they're on the ice, you expect to score more goals than you give up by a solid margin. 8% is a big margin for that number. And, Lucas Raymond's is cracked.
Also, give the old man his credit. I know he's about to be 30, but Dylan Larkin's having a good year too.
Yeah, I was saying Larkin. The Olympic boys. Larkin, Raymond, and Seider.
Oh.
Those are the 3 guys from
DeBrincat. That's right. DeBrincat's not on the Olympic team.
No, DeBrincat's not on the Olympic team.
For
reasons
goals.
that make sense to all of us. Thank you for asking.
Right.
I also just think that it's interesting seeing how they use these guys because, like, Seider does not get easy assignments.
No.
Like, he's going up against the opposing team's top line. He is getting defensive zone starts. And ever since last season, they took now extended Ben Chirot, which we'll get to later, off of the pairing with Seider. Seider's just been unlocked as a Norris guy. So he gets defensive zone starts and is able to move the puck forward. It kind of fucking rules. Mike, what is your good?
I mean, you covered pretty much all of it. My first thing was obviously Mo Seider, who I'm glad is, like, the dude was a stud rookie, right? And we all had high hopes for him. And I'm glad he didn't, like, get, like, cursed like Nedeljkovic, who was, like, a stud rookie and then turned into a massive pumpkin going forward. So, yeah, Seider's unreal. And then, yeah, they have their big 3 guys in Raymond, DeBrincat, and Larkin offensively. It's when you get beyond that we could probably start transitioning into the bad.
Yeah, so let's
start.
Go ahead and transition to the bad. You want to give me your bad there, Mike?
Well, I brought this up like 3 Baskies ago about them, and it hasn't changed. They're 27th in the league in 5-on-5 goals.
Okay, so this is my bad too. I'm glad to hear this. Yeah, 27th in the league at 5-on-5 goals. We started watching them on January 23rd.
Mhm.
In the stretch of time from January 23rd until February 5th, they scored only 13 goals in 6 games. Not great, just over 2 goals a game. 7 of those were 5-on-5. So just over half their goals in a bad stretch were 5-on-5. Your average team scores about 10% of their goals on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
Not great. Not great that half their goals came from the power play or empty netters.
Yeah. And also, I mentioned like the big 3 one more time, Raymond, DeBrincat, Larkin. They have scored literally 30% of those even strength goals. They're all coming from those 3 dudes. Actually, like 33.3, 1/3 of those goals are all coming from those 3. And then it just like it withers out from there on down.
Yeah, they are abysmal at 5-on-5, and it's been a problem for like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and I know you're gonna
go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, go.
So you said that they are 27th in goals, scored at 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Their advanced numbers aren't even that much better. Like their expected goals, they're 20th ranked. Like they are near the bottom of the league in expected goals at 5-on-5 and actual goals at 5-on-5.
Yeah, and I think even a difference between earlier in the year and now is that even when you go, all right, well, let's go ahead and do like all situations, and look at goals scored, it isn't really that good anymore. Because even if we go all situations, including the power play, they are 18th. So they are better, but they're still like middle of the pack.
Yeah, that's and this team's a playoff team. Like they're gonna break their streak, and that's not great. Like you don't love to see a team that can't produce at 5-on-5 who's gonna have to go into the playoffs where you gotta produce at 5-on-5 in the playoffs. Like you're gonna get what? The playoff is gonna be what, like 2.5 power plays per game. So you're not gonna be able to be like a man advantage merchant like they've been this year. And not to mention, they do still have a negative goal differential, which -1 coming off of a bad stretch, but negative nonetheless, Mike.
There we go.
Go ahead.
The thing I was gonna say, and you're gonna argue with me and be like, hey, he's league average, so that's actually pretty good. I don't think their goaltending is very good. John Gibson, Cam Talbot. Now Cam Talbot, in his defense, does have 8 goals saved above expected.
John Gibson has been hot.
John Gibson does. Yeah.
Recently. So
Cam Talbot's been bad all year.
John Gibson had a really bad start. This was a bonus what I had. You want to hit me with Steve Austin real quick?
What?
There you go. So this is my bonus what. So this isn't my true what. This is a bonus what. Since December 1st, so basically the last 2 months, John Gibson has a 9.23 and a 2.1 GAA. On the season, he's been bad. On the season, he's been bad. Wait, sorry. To start the season, he was bad. On the season, he's been pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, his goals saved above expected is 8.1, which is good. So he has turned it on. Unfortunately, they just still can't score goals.
Yeah, in the home and home against Colorado, he did shut them out on the second leg of that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also wouldn't love going to the playoffs relying on a washed and unwashed goalie who's, what, 36?
Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. 32, actually. He's a youngin'.
No kidding. The guy had like a whole run from top end of the league goalie to washed, and he's only 32.
Yeah, it makes him feel older because he was like being expected to be traded at the deadline for 5 straight seasons in Anaheim.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Mike, do you have
got a what?
Yeah, that is John Gibson.
What? The Raymond, Larkin, DeBrincat. You think when they're struggling to score goals, they would just say, "Fuck it, let's put them all on the ice together, see what happens." Yeah. They've only played 71.9 minutes together.
Yeah,
all season.
Listen, sometimes
why
you gotta pull the Draisaitl, Connor McDavid lever.
McDavid.
Yeah, and just put your 3 best players on a line together and go. Just gonna do it until your 3 best offensive players on the line together and go. Just gonna do it until something shakes loose.
Yeah,
like I get it if you're actually out there calling the lineups, you're like, well, I was gonna say you don't want to put those 3 guys in line, but it's like it literally makes a perfect line. Like I get that you want to spread like down with someone for Andrew Kopp to play with, but maybe Patty Kane isn't the best choice to be on the other side from Alex DeBrincat for a lot of minutes. Maybe just put those top 3 guys on the ice together. Yeah, they could have used a Panarin. No kidding. And like they have guys who are playing well down the lineup, but yeah, sometimes just it's okay to pull the trigger for a little bit on the hey, let's go nuclear line out there. My what? News coming out from the Detroit Red Wings. Breaking news from yesterday. They extended Ben Sherratt. 3 years, 11.5 total million, 3.85 AAV. This will be through his age 37th season. He'll be getting paid 3.85 per year. It's not terrible. That's why it's my what. It's not terrible. But when he's on the ice as a defenseman, 42.3 on ice expected goals %. That's terrible. 4 points.
Yeah, it's just
all year. Like 2026, 4 points.
NHL contract terms will never. They always catch me off guard every time, no matter how. Like the amount of 8-year contracts that get thrown out is ridiculous.
This contract isn't going to break their back because it's 3.85 per year.
Right. It's
but you could have gotten him for less, or you could just not sign him because he's been Sherratt. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And you could be like, but he sets the tone. Okay, but like sets the tone 3.85 million worth. Like you still got a negative goal differential going into the playoffs, bud. Maybe don't let the guy who can't score goals or produce anything on offense or play defense very good. Maybe don't sign him to a $3 million extension. $4 million extension nearly.
Yeah. And is he set the tone? Does that also happen to be he sets the tone. He's played a lot with not obviously with Evanson Hurt, it's been mixed up too, but he's played a decent amount with Mo Seider. That could probably help him set the tone.
Yeah, and Mo Seider is definitively worse in any minutes that he's played with Sherratt.
Yeah.
Like Sherratt drags Seider down because Sherratt cannot skate fast and cannot pass well. And those are things you need to turn defense into offense. So that was our 2 weeks of cursing the Detroit Red Wings to below mediocrity. We have no team talent alone for the next 2. We have no team talent alone for the next 2 weeks. We'll be watching Olympic hockey. So that's all I got. The final Olympic hockey podcast will probably pick our next team talent alone. But for now, that's all I got, Mike. Any final hockey notes that you want?
Our team talent alone is actually for the next couple weeks. America.
No, it's Team Canada. God damn it. We have to curse the team we're up against.
Oh, shit. That's the team. It's Italy.
Yeah, that's all I really got. There was a Bukestad trade that we're not going to talk about because it doesn't matter. I guess that's more than I even need to talk about it, but let's get out of here, Mike. Let's hit our plugs and go out. Do you got anything that you need to let the people know about?
It's the usual stuff. You can take it from here.
Yeah, so all of our handles are in the show notes as well as in the very final 20 seconds of this video. If you are listening to us on an audio platform, be sure to give us 5 stars. Unless there's 10 stars, give us 10 stars. If there's 20 stars, give us 20, so on and so forth. Give us the most stars possible. If this was a Super Mario Galaxy style game, give us like 600 stars. If you are listening to the audio version, we do a video version of this with a nice little video game in the background, so you have something to look at, cutting between our cameras, all that fancy stuff. Mike does video effects when he remembers that he has them. And he's going to say he knows ball or something. He knows puck.
Puck.
No.
Rolling.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess I could have to scroll faster. Didn't realize how slow.
Probably could scroll a little faster there. Puck.
Damn it. I should have made it scroll faster.
So if you want to see great gimmicks like this, tune into the video podcast at Talent Alone Podcast on YouTube. We also live stream from there. We are streaming Silent Hill F, finishing that game out before we do a second playthrough of that. There you go. That's really fast. Now we know that you know puck. We'll be doing a second playthrough of that, so be sure to come in, tune into that. We do that every Thursday live at 6:45 Eastern. Game starts at latest at 7 o'clock Eastern. We'll be doing more streams during the football off season. We'll be back here on Monday to discuss the Super Bowl and have several other podcasts. If you have any other thoughts, feel free to email us at talentalonepodcast@gmail.com. Tell us who Team Talent Alone should be for the Olympics, and it cannot be the United States or Canada or Italy. With that, Mike, since we don't do shout-outs on this feed, would you like to guess the last time that the USA has beat Canada in a best-on-best tournament?
Like in a medal round or just in general? Because we just did it
Just
as
in
Four
general.
Nations.
Yes, sir. 1
Okay.
year ago.
That's a trick
Canada ain't
question.
stand no fucking chance.
See?
You going down, Canada. You going down.